Hello class, my name is Jill Fox and I had objective number 9, solve equations using the zero factor property. Standard form is ax squared minus bx minus c equals 0. So both of these equations are already in standard form. If they are not in standard form, you want to put them in standard form first and then make sure that you're able to factor. So looking at the first equation, I'm going to look at the 35, the negative 35, and say, okay, which two numbers product is negative 35 and sum is negative 2? And I'm also going to look at the signs. I know that I'm going to need a positive and a negative to get the negative 35. So off the top of my head, I know that that's going to be x minus 7, x plus 5, equals 0. And then I'm going to set each of those equations to 0. So x minus 7 equals 0, x plus 5 equals 0. And then I'm going to add 7 to both sides. So that's x equals 7. Subtract 5 from both sides over here. X equals negative 5. Then I'm going to check those solutions in the original equation to make sure they work. So I'll do 7 first. 7 squared minus 2 times 7 minus 35 equals 0. So that's 49 minus 14 minus 35 equals 0. 49 minus 49 is 0. That's correct, so that checks. And I'm going to do the negative 5. Check that, make sure it works. All right, so I have 25 plus 10 minus 35 equals 0. 35 minus 35 is 0, so that checks. Then I've got my next equation here. I'm going to look at the signs. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to need two positives. If I had a subtraction here and a subtraction here, then I would need different signs like this one up here. But being that I have two positives, I can use all positives. I'm going to look which two numbers product is 15 and sum is 8. Off the top of my head, I know that's 5 and 3. So I'm going to say x plus 5, x plus 3, multiplied together, 0. Okay, I'm going to set each equation to 0 again. X plus 5 equals 0, x plus 3 equals 0. Subtract 5 from both sides over here, x equals negative 5. Subtract 3 from both sides over here, x equals negative 3. I'm going to plug them back in and make sure they work. So I'm going to start with the negative 5 squared plus 8 times negative 5 plus 15 equals 0. So that's 25 minus 40 plus 15 equals 0. So that's 40 minus 40 equals 0. That checks. Then I'm going to do the negative 3. Okay, so that's 9 minus 24 plus 15 equals 0. So I've got 24 minus 24 is 0, so that also checks. So that's how you solve equations using the zero factor property.